Good evening all and welcome to another Wychwood Goblins Tasting Night from this particular goblin. Now, the beer tonight is not a Wychwood beer. It is a Shepherd Neame beer. It is one that has, shall we say, religious connotations and epic levels of opportunity for innuendo. I think you all know which one it's going to be, and it is this one. It is Bishop's Finger. You can see why I say the opportunity for innuendo. For those who've never seen one of the Wychwood Goblins Tasting Night videos before, the premise is that you try two of the beers, one cold and one slightly warmer, and so that's what we're going to do. And then the whole point is you kind of check out the differences between the two, and hopefully you find one that you prefer over the other, and you kind of just do that really. It's really just for fun, but there we are. So now I promised hats for this video. Unfortunately we have Bishop's Finger, but I have no mitre, so I cannot pretend to be a bishop, and I'm, how can I put it, being a devoted Saracens fan. Yes, you can mock me now. I'm going to wear my hat of choice. No, it's not the Stetson, it's this one, it's the Fez. So the Fez is being donned for this evening, just for fun, because I like fezzes, and I'm a Fez boy. And who doesn't want to look like a threatening bit on video? So here we go. So we're going to have the cold Bishop's Finger poured into the Worthington's pint glass. We're going to have the room temperature Bishop's Finger, which is this one, poured into the Hobgoblin glass. And hopefully we'll get some results. You know, I'm not expecting anything sort of earth-shattering or anything remotely hilarious, but hey, that's what the hat's for, right? So we're going to start by pouring cold Bishop's Finger, and it's been in the fridge all day, so hopefully nice and chilled. There we go. It is a Kentish strong ale. It has protected status as such as well, in case you didn't know, and it's 5.4%. So that's your cold Bishop's Finger. We've got a little bit of head on there, not a lot, light carbonation. It looks like a pint of Bishop's Finger. Well, almost a pint. It's a 500ml bottle. And then we're going to pour the warmer one, which is room temp. It's been sitting in the kitchen all day without the fridge. I expect more head on this one because it always seems to be a bit more lively. The pour, maybe not. There we go. Okay, we've got a bit more head on it, and that's your warm one. It is the same colour, it looks the same, there's the same sort of levels of carbonation. There is a bit more head. Now bearing in mind it's dissipated, so cold in my right hand, warm in the left. See if there's a difference in the aroma. Cold first, malty, it's what I expect, a little bit of hop presence, and it's sweet, you know, it smells like Bishop's Finger. As for the warmer one, a little bit more malty and a little bit more green, if that makes sense. You know, it's a fresher scent. Yeah, normally the cold ones, they tend to have their aromas muted, but not in this case, no. Definitely hoppier on the aroma than the warmer one is the cold. So let's have a little taste. Everything you expect from a cold Bishop's Finger. It might make you jump a little bit, but it's malty, it's hoppy, it's a sweet kind of crystal malt finish, body is light to medium, and the finish is kind of relatively drawn out and malty. You know, it's everything you expect from a Bishop's Finger. Oh, I much prefer a warmer Bishop's Finger entering me. it goes in much easier. I must say, there's no everything's just more open with the warm Bishop's Finger. It goes down smoother. It's a little bit sweeter, and the finish is, how can I put it, eminently sweeter. So let's go back to the cold one. Oh yeah, there's a definite bit of a shock when a cold Bishop's Finger enters you. It's a little bit of a surprise and makes you go, whew. But if anything, the cold Bishop's Finger tastes a little bit boozier. Yeah, there is more presence in the cold Bishop's Finger of the alcohol. The kind of sweetness comes out of the warm one and really kind of overrides that little bit of alcohol taste that you can get. Now, which do I prefer? Well, I prefer a warm Bishop's Finger entering me. There's not to say the cold one is a bad thing, but when a cold Bishop's Finger goes in you, you lose a little bit of what makes it special. It loses that element of holiness. It loses that just openness that the warmer one has. Definitely. Yeah, you definitely got more open, rounded flavour of the warm Bishop's Finger. And I say warm, room temp. Let's emphasise that. It's not been heated in any way, shape or form. But the cold one, like I say, tastes a little bit boozier, a little bit hoppier. So depending on what you like in a beer, you might be able to kind of eke something out of it by chilling it to your kind of preferences, really. Yeah, and that is pretty much all I have to say about the old Bishop's Finger. I would choose flavour-wise the warm one because of the openness, but if I'm feeling in the mood for something hoppy and I've only got a Bishop's Finger in, I'm going to whack it in the fridge and get the best of both worlds. Because as it warms up, I'm going to get a little bit more open. So, let's put down the Bishop's Fingers and contemplate for a moment on how good a beer it really is. It's a beer that I've drunk many times over the years. Being born and raised in the southeast and living in northwest Kent for quite some time, we made regular trips out to Shepherd Neame pubs, and Bishop's Finger was always around. I mean, they've undergone a label change. Some of the Goblins probably still a bit too raw to talk about that, but that's the label now, and hopefully I will flick up on screen a picture of the labels how they used to be, just so you can compare and see which you prefer. So yeah, there we are. That's Bishop's Finger. I prefer them warmer on occasion. Sometimes I prefer them cold. I'm beginning to sit on the fence a little bit. I don't know. Either way, all we know is that Bishop's Finger is a really tasty drink. So try them both. Try them warm, try them cold, try them somewhere in between. Hell, freeze it if you want. And have it as a bit of a slushy. That seems to be a bit of a thing in some corners of the beer community. But just don't stick a flake in it, boys and girls, because only Bishop's Fingers are allowed to enter things and not flakes into beer. It's just wrong. So, ladies and gents, boys and girls, before I start prattling on inanely and someone sticks a flaming fez on my head or makes me look stupid or anything, I'm going to go drink these beers and have a bit of a laugh because it's Saturday night. So there we are. Thanks for watching, ladies and gents. I've been Nick, and I will see you again soon for another video. Bye.